Hey there, Nashville. Local game designer and Japanese language instructor John Gale, aka John Sensei, here with some updates for you on the 2019 Global Game Jam that is happening in Nashville, January 25th through the 27th of 2019. If you're not sure what the Global Game Jam is, I've got the main links in this video description, and I've described it in a previous video, so check those out. What I just wanted to give you is some quick updates on the progress we've made behind the scenes planning the Global Game Jam. The Global Game Jam is brought to you in Nashville by the Nashville Game Developers Group at nashgamedev.org. And tonight, December the 14th, on Friday, we actually happen to have our year-end annual holiday party at 2 Bits from 7 to 9 p.m. So if you're curious about what game developers do in Nashville, come on out to the holiday party and we hope to see you there. Now, about the Game Jam, one thing that we do is we provide t-shirts for all the registered participants, and we had sort of a contest of sort. We let our community decide on ideas for the t-shirt, and these were just sketch ideas submitted, but I'm happy to announce that Jake Grizzly Pierce's idea has been the one that the planning committee has selected for the t-shirts. You can follow Jake on @GrizzlyPierce on Twitter. So thank you very much for the idea that we're going to put on the t-shirts. Again, this is just a rough sketch. Our graphic designer, Terrence Boyce, he's doing a great job of turning this into the updated art we'll need to actually put on those t-shirts. And I'm really excited to show you those t-shirt designs when we get them finalized. We do have some updates for the back of the t-shirt. We have a sponsor announcement thanks to our fearless leader in Nash Game Dev, Christopher Cotton, and his company Ariton Games for again being a sponsor of the Game Jam this year. You can check out their games on www.ariton.com or at Ariton Games on Facebook and Twitter. The games Spaceward Ho and Outpost Luna are available on mobile devices. So one thing I have done to thank Christopher for the offline donation and sponsorship and give some more recognition is I have recorded this sponsorship on our GoFundMe page, which you can find the link in this video description. So anytime we receive an offline donation or sponsorship, I use it to update the GoFundMe page. It does cost us about $3,000 to put on this event, and we just have to collect that through donations and sponsorships. So a little bit about the GoFundMe campaign. I would like you to imagine something, if you could. If you could imagine right now, this time of year, you're doing your holiday shopping, you still have the day-to-day grind of having to pay rent and put gas in your car and all of that, and then one day you have to pay out of your own money $700. And if you don't pay this $700, this international event called the Global Game Jam does not happen in your very talented artistic city of Nashville, Tennessee. So imagine you're just going along and then one day you have to pay this $700 or the event doesn't happen. Reflect for a moment what type of impact that would have on sort of your day-to-day life and your finances as you're going through the end of the year. Just sort of close your eyes and imagine how you would feel if that were the case. Like you had to pay $700. Okay? Because that is what I will have to go through personally next Tuesday when I visit Vanderbilt University. Our great host for this event, the Wondery at Vanderbilt, is hosting it, and I'm working with Vanderbilt Events, the great people there. But as organizer of this event, it is my responsibility to sign the contract for our group and pay that $700 out of my own money as the deposit for the venue that this entire event is going to take place at. So this is where I am asking for your help, guys, because what I went through that previous scenario for is, yes, you could imagine that is kind of hard just to have to go throw $700 of your own money down. And that's why I'm asking for the help with the donations on the GoFundMe campaign. Now, on GoFundMe, the minimum donation is $5 that the system will let you give. And that's not a whole lot. And usually at the Global Game Jam, we have about 120 to 150 people participate in this event. Let's just say it's 140 people. I mean, here's the picture from 2018. You can see there's a lot of people in that group, okay? If those 140 people each contributed $5, the minimum for GoFundMe, that deposit on the venue would be paid. It wouldn't be an issue. And this event is actually free. And you get the free t-shirt and you get to participate in this global event for free. If you go to other game development conferences where you're going to gain this type of skill and knowledge all crammed into a weekend, those conferences cost over $100, if not more. Let's not even talk about the GDC in San Francisco. So $5 to attend an event like this where you're going to get the network and build your knowledge and skills more than over weeks of study. It is so intense. That's a huge amount of value. That's a steal. And again, if everybody just threw in the $5, we would have the deposit on the venue covered. Or if we could think about this in a broader picture, the Nashville Game Developers Group on Facebook, we have a really committed community of people who are trying to develop and promote game design and game development here in the Music City. We've actually got 996 members in our Facebook group right now. I know we'll go over 1,000 for when the Game Jam comes around and we see those new faces getting involved. I did the math, and if only 60% of the people in our Facebook group contributed that $5, we would actually have the whole event funded. We would have the $3,000 raised for that. So what I would like to encourage the entire community to do is not depend on just the handful of people who have shipped games, who maybe have studios, who are out hustling their games to contribute these large amount of sponsorships. But for anyone wanting to get involved, if you can just throw in that $5, that's what's going to help make this event happen. So what you do is you just go to the GoFundMe page. I've got the link as the first link in this video description, and just make that $5 donation today. We've gotten lots of shares for the GoFundMe, lots of likes and things like that, and helping build that buzz is appreciated. But what we really need is the money to put on this event. And I know there's a lot of things we could say, like, hey, if you guys were just a 501c3, you'd have an easier time raising money. We have talked about that as a group. We have explored it. It can be somewhat time-consuming and expensive to have a 501c3, and that does not just generate money out of thin air. We still have to raise the funds. And as organizer, yes, it is my responsibility to sign this contract and pay these funds. I am happy to do it because I believe in what we do in Nash Game Dev. And it was on me to start collecting sponsorships and donations earlier, so I own that responsibility. But those type of comments right now are not going to help the situation. We don't need comments, we need money. And we just need that $5 donation from you guys to help build this scene and bring this event. So again, I've got the information on how to register for the event in the video description. We hope to see you guys there January 25th, 26th, 27th at the Wondery at Vanderbilt University for the 2019 Global Game Jam. And please definitely help us out with a financial donation of $5, or we do have higher level sponsorships available. They are in the GoFundMe description, so visit that page. And I'll see you guys tonight at the holiday party.